This map should not exist. It was drawn in 1513 by a Turkish admiral named Piri Reis. Look closely at the bottom. That is the coastline of Antarctica. But here is the problem. In 1513, Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Humanity wouldn't find it for another 300 years. And it gets worse. The map doesn't just show the continent, it shows it without ice. It depicts mountains, rivers, and precise topographical details that we only confirmed in 1958 using seismic sounding technology. How did a 16th century sailor know what lay beneath 2 miles of solid ice? Unless the history we are taught in school is wrong. Unless Antarctica wasn't always a frozen wasteland. What if the lost civilization of Atlantis isn't under the ocean, but under the ice? Today, we are breaking the ice. From the suspicious military operations to the forbidden zones you are not allowed to visit. This is the truth about what they found. Let's look at the facts. Historians tell us Antarctica has been covered in ice for millions of years, but hard science disagrees. Fossilized leaves, wood, and even pollen have been found deep beneath the Antarctic surface. This proves that in the not-so-distant past, this place was a tropical paradise. Now let's talk about Plato. When the Greek philosopher described the lost city of Atlantis, he gave us very specific coordinates. He said it was an island continent situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules and was larger than Libya and Asia combined. For centuries, we looked in the Mediterranean, we looked in the Atlantic Ocean, we found nothing. But look at the globe from the bottom. Antarctica fits Plato's description perfectly. And then there is the crustal displacement theory, endorsed by Albert Einstein himself. This theory suggests that the Earth's outer shell can slip over the core, moving entire continents to the poles in a matter of hours. Imagine a thriving civilization. A massive shift occurs. Within days, their tropical home is moved to the South Pole. The water turns to ice. The cities are buried. The history is erased. Sounds like a movie? Maybe. But if it's just a myth, why was the U.S. military so terrified of this place in 1946? World War II had just ended. The world wanted peace, but the United States Navy was preparing for a new war. They launched Operation Highjump. Officially, it was a scientific expedition, but you don't send 4,700 combat troops, an aircraft carrier, and 33 support ships just to look at penguins. Admiral Richard E. Byrd, an American hero, led the mission. He was supposed to stay for 6 months. He came back in just 6 weeks. Why did they flee? According to reports from the Chilean press at the time, Admiral Byrd gave a warning. He stated that the U.S. needed to prepare for fighters that could fly from pole to pole with incredible speed. Rumors began to circulate. Did they find a Nazi base? Or did they find something much older, something that defended itself? If you want to know what the government hides, hit that subscribe button. We are just getting started. Because after Byrd returned, the world governments did something unprecedented. They locked the door. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed. During the height of the Cold War, when the US and Russia agreed on absolutely nothing, they agreed on this. Antarctica was declared a place of peace. Military activity was banned. Private exploration was heavily restricted. Today, you cannot just sail to Antarctica. You need permits. You need approval. You are guided strictly to specific tourist zones. Why the secrecy? Is it to protect the environment? Or is it to stop us from seeing what's melting out of the ice? In 2016, satellite images revealed massive pyramid-like structures poking through the snow. Skeptics say it's just eroded mountains. But look at the symmetry. Look at the alignment. And then there is the gravity anomaly in Wilkes Land. Satellites detected a massive object 300 miles wide, buried deep under the ice crater. Scientists say it might be a massive asteroid impact, but others believe it's something else. A portal? A hollow Earth entrance? Or the remnants of the technology that powered Atlantis? We may never know exactly what Admiral Byrd saw. We may never dig deep enough to touch the streets of Atlantis, but time is doing the work for us. Global warming is melting the ice sheets at a record pace. Every year, more of the continent is revealed. The secrets of our past have been frozen for 12,000 years, but the freezer is breaking. And when the ice is finally gone, we might not just find ruins, we might find the answer to who we really are, and perhaps a warning about where we are going. What do you think is hiding under the ice? A lost city or just rocks? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, watch this video next. It explains the one discovery in the Sahara that terrified scientists.